Welcome to Prison Architect. This is Eki on day number 25 of this prison. We're trying to make a workshop factory, but been slow going. I've had a lot of problems with these higher risk prisoners that I just brought in. You can kind of see there's a lot of blood and stuff because they've been fighting with the guards and they've been breaking stuff and causing all types of trouble. I would kind of recommend to avoid letting high-risk prisoners into your prison because they definitely cause a lot more problems than the normal or the low-risk guys. So right now I'm just letting in low-risk, and I'm going to kind of force them to live in this holding cell area here, which I've kind of expanded out. I've added a couple more beds. I even put a TV and phone inside of the cell, so let's actually see what's going on here. Not much, but it definitely looks like the changes I made to laundry have made a difference. So that's good. And right now they've got a couple hours of free time. And so they're probably just going to go do what they need to do. And things are looking pretty good, actually. I had a little bit of a goof up here earlier. I built out the laundromat and kind of blocked these guys into this building, so they missed dinner, and I've just been dealing with problems from them for a while now, but hopefully they'll get back into normal in a little bit. So what I was working on before all of this is I was going to make a dog kennel here to start sniffing out contraband and stuff. Just going to finish off this little chunk of wall there. And make our dog kennel. Let's make a nice big kennel. All the way like this. And inside the kennel I gotta put some dog crates so that the dogs can sleep. And I also need to hire some dog handlers. So there we go. Now that I've got dogs and dog handlers, I need to put them on patrol. So let's make just a huge patrol all over the place. Like I want you to go down like this, and like this. So it looks like it assigns kind of one dog per patrol area, so I think I actually might split this up into like 2 separate ones. Obviously you don't really need to patrol through the kennel. So we can get rid of that. So now I should have a dog on this side here. And I also just want to make like another dog patrol, like over here. So that way I've got some coverage on the entrance there. And I think that'll be good. Let's make sure that that actually worked or not. I'm not sure. Oh, my kennel isn't totally figured out yet, so I need to surround it by a fence or doors. But I also need to make sure that they can walk through here, so left a couple empty spots there to put some doors. And that way they'll be able to do their patrols. expand this out a little bit over here. And then, let's see, I'm not really sure if I set up that patrol right. I don't know if that's actually going to work or not. So there we go. So we've got 4 dog patrols and 4 dogs, which means I should probably make 1 more dog just for, you know, because the dogs get tired after a while. They need to sleep, so that way I can kind of rotate them in and out if they need to. And so one good thing about dogs is they will sniff out contraband, and then also you can kind of watch them, and if they start digging at the ground, it might mean there's a tunnel there. So it's kind of a good indicator that potentially one of your prisoners is trying to escape. Which reminds me, I need to do a full-scale search, which I will probably do at the end of this day. Let's see if see where the regime's at. Looks like they're sleeping, and probably when they eat at 11, I'll do another full-scale search there. Make sure they're not trying to escape out of there. And just keep on going here. So it looks like I did a pretty good job with the amount of beds. I've got a couple empty beds here, so that means everybody's getting plenty of sleep, which is totally correct because this yellow is barely even past where their active usage is. My clothing also dropped down a lot because I expanded out my laundromat. And so things are going pretty good. I've had a lot of problems kind of getting to this point. So my valuation is pretty low. I actually had 3 prisoners escaped. One of them knocked a guard unconscious and stole his keys and just like bolted out of these 2 doors and escaped. Another prisoner tunneled all the way from this toilet all the way to this piece of the right outside this fence here, and he escaped. And then 1 prisoner escaped that I totally missed. I also had this was set up a little differently. I had a psychologist in here, and one of the prisoners murdered him, so that was one of my unsolved murders. And then I had a bunch of high-risk prisoners in here, and they just got into a fight and killed each other. So 3 more prisoners died after that fight. And so that's why my valuation is so low. I got a lawyer in hopes that this would somehow reduce these penalties, but it looks like for the alpha it's just doesn't do anything yet. So I think that's a cool idea. I can't wait to see what they do with that. And I am in the point now where I'm thinking about maybe getting some prison policy in place, or potentially getting some cameras around. So let's do prison policy. Let's kind of start messing around with that. Once I get that unlocked, I'll be able to kind of set what punishments prisoners get. So if I find contraband on them or something, they will be punished more severely if I want to. Now that I have dogs, I'll probably be finding a lot more contraband on these guys. So looks like this dog might have found something. Not sure what happened there. So all my dogs are sleeping. I should have probably faced the cage the other way so you can kind of see them sleeping. I'll just make another cage here. Nice. So things are going good. I think at this point I'm getting a little bit blocked by the lack of money that I have. I want to expand up here, which is going to cost 20,000, and I want to make a huge workshop. So you can see my dogs are finding lots of narcotics and stuff, and the shower is really overcrowded. So I clearly need more showers here. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just kind of expand this out a little bit. But make sure to keep some area there that they can get through if they need. So I don't have another incident where people are missing their lunch and stuff. Also kind of realizing that this, like, prison's getting pretty big here. So these guys need to walk a pretty far distance to get into the canteen. And actually, I think I'm gonna turn off prisoner intake for a little bit here, because I am way over capacity. I've got 61 prisoners and 36 cells, so I'm just gonna hold off on that, and I'm actually gonna build out another table and bench here so that prisoners have more room to eat. And look at all these guys crowded through here. Oh, my metal detector doesn't even have power, so it's... And I would have probably caught a lot of stealing forks and stuff. So I got the shower now, a little bit bigger. And I am going to fill this with shower heads. So hopefully that'll make the shower a little less crowded, and the prisoners will get better hygiene out of it. So this is going pretty good. We're on day 26 now, and at this point I'm going to need to take a couple days of just letting the prison run for a little bit, so that I can make some more money and make a bigger workshop here. And probably while we're in between videos, I'm gonna do another search here, and make sure that nobody's trying to tunnel out. But I've also just unlocked policy here. So I can kind of set a severity of punishment depending on what happens. So if they destroy something right now, then they get put into lockdown for an hour. If they try to escape, they get put down in lockdown for 2 hours. If you try to escape, I'm going to search you like crazy. You're going into solitary for a while, because I'm not okay with prisoners trying to escape. So if you attack a prisoner, it's not okay either. You're going into solitary. If you attack staff, definitely not okay. Solitary. And serious injury is already good enough. But if they're breaking stuff, they can just go into lockdown for a little bit. That's cool. If you find weapons, I'm definitely going to search everything. I mean, if you find anything on them, then I'm going to search their whole cell. And then on top of that, the luxuries, I think that's cool. If I find some booze or some cigarettes or whatever, I'll just tell them to, it's fine. Just kind of confiscate them and be okay with that. And you know what, if they find drugs, we're just going to put them on lockdown too, because, I mean, they're not really causing much trouble with that stuff. These tools, if you find tools, then they're probably going to use them to tunnel out, so I want them in solitary. I don't want them to get any ideas. So I've got a lot rougher prison now, and so we'll see how that works out. But this is Eki, and you are watching some Prison Architect here. and I will be back in a few more days, probably maybe when we're at like day 30 or day 32-ish. Hopefully I'll have enough money by then, and we can expand out here and keep building out this workshop. So, thanks for watching, and see you next video.